Mic check.
Alright, we're in the heart of Chinatown in New York. We are going to the staples, what everyone recommends. Obviously my dad's Chinese, so he's gonna be able to educate me on the history of the dish, rate it, region of China it's from.
Wow, it's gonna be a test for me, son.
So you better not embarrass yourself.
Well, I know a lot, but not everything. I'm learning. I'm open to even learn more today. Get back to the roots.
The first spot we're going to is the dumpling spot. I'm not sure what the most popular is. I'm just gonna ask them. Maybe you can work on your Mandarin, because he's fluent in Cantonese, obviously. But.
Yeah, my Mandarin is gonna be sharpened up like the knives.
So what is the history of Chinatown in New York, do you know?
Well,
East Side?
Well, some of the history is like the early, I would say, as early as in the 60s, maybe even earlier. Most of the Cantonese starting coming from China, mainly a lot of farmers.
Got here pretty much when it opened. It's already quite busy. So like I said, they're famous for dumplings here. I'm just gonna ask them what's most popular. It's called Jinmei dumplings.
Jinmei Watip.
Did you just hear me say it?
Yeah, Jinmei Watip is like from the north, right? So Feng Mei is like beautiful taste, and Watip. Wa, it means a cast iron cooking utensil. Tit is the iron. So it's cooking on the cast iron of the dumpling. Watip. 什么是肉的是蔬菜有没有蔬菜的？对。天津的是吗？ Just I was asking her where exactly, the northern dumpling. Tianjin is the area. They said it's only one kind. Today it's just pork. This is Watip. You know the way they cook that. It's pan fried from the bottom. And after they put a little bit of water, and they steam it with the lid. After that, they take the lid off and dry it out, and that's where you create the crisp.
So what is inside?
Inside is pork. No wonder it's so cheap. It's just eating dough.
I kind of agree, to be honest. Well, it's $2 for 6 dumplings. Very cheap.
Yeah, it's like a baby fingernail of pork. So I guess they gotta make some money. Labor and also rent, production.
If it was a very good one, what would be the difference?
Well, the skin would be much thinner, number one. Number two, they would seal the edges much nicer, and way more pork. I would say 3 to 4 times as much as pork. I don't mind the stuffing. I mean, the taste is very northern Chinese. Soya, ginger, a little bit onion, mix of the meat. It's quite nice. They have a nice al dente, but damn, you gotta eat more. You want me to rate it, son?
Sure.
I would just give them a 3.
Well, you're paying $2 too, I guess. Keep that in mind.
Right. Well, if it's 3, you just said $2. Okay, I'll give them a 4 now.
You know, I could sit like this for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, long time, right? You don't feel like something.
As long as your back's not like this.
Yeah, you guys.
like this.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between northern and southern Chinese food?
Well, northern, to replace replacement with eating. The Cantonese, the southern, they like to eat rice a lot. I mean, they have noodles too, but majority eating Chinese food, they would eat it with dishes with rice. So the northerner, they love to have their dumplings, and also their steamed pancakes, and also the noodles. Sometimes you might not to see them, have rice, but the best rice is actually coming from the north.
So where's barbecue pork buns from?
That's really the Cantonese. But there's steamed, there's baked. I think the invention of baked one, now they call it the bolo bao. The Hong Kong chef invented that. It's really from, you know where it's from? Really from Macau. The Portuguese. Then they transfer all the way to Macau. There's always culture, people migration, integration, and all sharing and invention. And also people love to have some new things because you're living in the heart of a big city in Hong Kong. A lot of competition. Everybody gotta have good ideas. When it's bad ideas, they still use it.
So where is it from? Where's it from?
In Chinatown in New York, used to have a lot of gangsters, Chinese gangsters from China and from Hong Kong. Oh yeah.
So before I continue with the video, I want to give a big shout out to everyone who said hi to me and my dad. Everyone is always super kind. And I also want to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, which is Rinse. I'm actually super happy to be working with them because I find the convenience that they've brought into my life has definitely been worth it. So if you don't know what Rinse is an app that actually handles all your laundry needs. So you just schedule a pickup in the app. They come between 8 and 10 p.m. You can even schedule it the same day for pickup, which is one of the most convenient things about it. So whether it's wash, fold, hand dry, dry cleaning, Rinse has all this stuff done by pros. And the part about Rinse that I really love for my specific life is that I always have like nicer clothes that that I say, oh, I need to take it to the dry cleaner because it has special wash instructions, etc. And I just never end up going because like going to the dry cleaner, you just feel like you don't have enough things to dry clean to like actually go take stuff to the dry cleaner. But with Rinse, when you just schedule a pickup, they just come right away and take it. So I have like very wrinkled, dirty shirt, and then I have some nicer clothes that I'm also taking that have more specific washing instructions. Just regular laundry, but I'm just giving it all to Rinse, and they're gonna take care of everything as they do. And yeah, I'm just super grateful for the convenience in my life. They also use eco-friendly practices, gentle detergent, reusable packaging, and if you're not happy with it, they'll actually re-clean it for free. So there's no risk for you to try out something that makes your life more convenient. So you can get $25 off your first order using my link, or just scan the QR code that you see on screen. And yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to Rinse for making my life easier, and we'll teleport back to New York now. So we're getting barbecue pork buns. I saw this in a TikTok called Pings. So barbecue pork bun is my favorite dim sum item. Maybe a bit whitewashed, but this isn't the classical style, right?
No, this is a little bit more a new invention. You know,
what's the difference?
Well, this one is baked. Essentially, it's like a Portuguese sweet bun, but they stuff it with Cantonese style char siu mix inside. After barbecue, they cut it up, then they cook it with a little bit of green onions, ginger, and oyster sauce.
So inside is barbecue pork?
Yeah.
How much is it?
$6. So it's $2 a piece.
What do we think?
You know, the first impression.
What do you do with the paper on?
Oh, great.
I was like, they taste so like, the batter tastes so...
It's chewy.
Yeah. So this is the inside. It was $2 a piece?
Yeah.
What do we think of the inside? Yeah, well, keep in mind, everything is cheap. You're not eating at a gourmet restaurant.
Right. Well, char siu, it means barbecue pork in Cantonese. So when you say barbecue, you need a little bit of char, a little bit of that smokiness, but I'm not feeling this. But I do like, you know, some of the flavor, but they need a little bit of salt. I think too sweet. The whole thing is very sweet. And I don't mind the bun, you know, it's just like a little burger bun. But this one is not a sweet bun, just a normal white flour baked one. So if I have to rate this for $2 a piece, definitely this is way more stuffing. I would give it an 8. That's too high. That's too high. 7.
Say we're in China and we still got a cheap one.
Yeah.
Like, would it be this quality or would it be better?
Oh, definitely would be better because you know what? This is also catered than North American taste bud in between Chinese, first generation, old school generation. So this is sort of like, you know, have lost a little bit of an old school recipe. But in China, no. They keep it traditional. They keep the taste because you know what? You get challenged. People say, hey, this is not traditional. What the hell is that? Like Chinese tune in Chinatown. This is very normal in China. If you sit in the cafe, an artist would come over to say to you, hey, would you like me to perform a song for you? And then they would request. That's what he does. That is so great.
So the place we're going to now is called Deluxe Green Bow, famous for wontons. Is that how you say it correctly?
Wonton.
Not wonton.
Not wonton. Wonton. That's a Cantonese because wonton is actually from Canton. I think we should always get wonton with soup. That's what I would love to try. The stuffing of the wonton, making sure the wonton skin is not overcooked, and also the fragrance from the stock.
You know, I like the one with like peanut sauce and stuff.
Oh, that's the northern style.
So
yeah.
what style is this?
This is more, when you say wonton, I don't know. I have to go there and check it out.
Find out.
Yeah. 有咩其他嘅素菜嘅餃子啊？
呢個菜餃啦，
菜餃。
番薯脆餃。
So these are their hot and spicy wontons?
Yeah, I think the sauce is with peanut and also sesame dressing mixed together.
Should we put this on too?
Yeah, I think there's vinegar. Wait. Oh, it's garlicky soy. Yeah, a little bit, not so much. Could be a lot of sodium. Yeah.
What's inside? Pork?
Pork. Everything is pork. You see,
Looks
no?
very good. Chunky. They use peanut butter?
Oh yeah, you can taste it, right? Peanut butter, sesame, and mala oil, which is citron peppercorn oil, a little bit of soya, and of course, you know, MSG is part of the Chinese culture and cuisine. I find the sauce is a bit too sweet for me, number one. But I like the taste of the sauce. And I think this should have a little bit more vinegar. I think it would taste a little bit better. They call this the wonton. That's the between of Northerner and Cantonese. Cantonese use the one, it's more like the wonton skin, the yellow one. And this one is just the Northern they use. But I do like the skin is very thin. Very much thinner. Everything is pretty much any dumpling here. I think they use the same stuffing. This is heavy. A bit heavy for me, and this is very light, which I like, but I didn't find the stuffing is interesting. It's just like pork. You don't think about it. You want to have like, you know, pork with chive, just kind of lifted up the flavor, right? Now it's just like eating like pork on pork. But the service is so efficient, and also identified with two style. I would give it a 7. Did I give it 8 before that one on the char siu bao?
7.
Yeah, I would give it a 7. 10 out of 7.
10 out of 7.
No, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Actually, it looks pretty good. I like the way they did it, like ha gao, you know? The folding. That's a Cantonese style folding. That's not like the Northern style. I love it. Handmade steam on the table. I would give this a 9. Nice.
So my dad is very critical, as you can see, but everything is extremely budget friendly, so you're not gonna get tons of meat. The dumplings, for example, are very mass produced. You know, this restaurant is where Casey Neistat always goes. Big Wong.
The best restaurant here is called Big Wong.
Well, first impression, don't interrupt them.
Okay.
You might have a finger in your rice. 就係呢個鴨髀叉燒半肥瘦飯。Oh, this is only like tea. You know, the tea thing is really milk tea is really the Brits when they colonized Hong Kong. That is the first time they introduced tea milk. 唔該晒姐。
What are your first impressions?
My first impression is like they are very sumptuous in the window. It means they do a lot of business. When you're in the food business, when you see a lot of sumptuousness, all the production, it means the food is fresh, and it means the big turnover is great. It means they have good taste. It means people like their food. Yeah, even such a small place, you know, they run it like a corporate place. You know, they have apron, they have branding, they have lineup, like a little, almost like, you know, a military style. Chop rice, sauce, pay first, chop rice, vegetable, sauces. Boom, here you go. That's what we got. I like the shininess. I would just use a little bit of, you know, the roast duck sauce. That's what they call it. Ooh, lots of fat. Holy shit. Ooh. Yeah, a little bit of duck sauce.
This is one of my favorite things.
I'll hold it too. I can taste the star in it, that the char siu barbecue pork has been marinated. You know, one thing I really love about it, that little edge of roasted right here. This little edge, it tastes so good. Tastes between a pork rib and a jerk pork in one bite. Sweetness is awesome.
Anything you like, don't like?
We have experience like dumpling, not enough protein. For 20 bucks, you have all this protein. Wow, this is a really amazing value. And also it's so great that maybe I'm a little biased too. I'm Cantonese. I grew up with this. I have nothing to say bad about this place. For $20, I can still taste the duck is still warm, the skin is still crispy, and the char siu is very juicy, but at the same time it has a little bit of that barbecue burn. I love this.
This is the most bites you've taken, so you're definitely telling the truth.
Good choice, huh?
Are you biased towards Cantonese a bit?
No. I think the taste is really good. I'm not being biased at all. Maybe I'm a little biased too. I'm Cantonese. I grew up with this. Because,
Rating?
Rating? Am I finished eating? No.
No, rating.
But I do give it a 9.5.
Yeah, I love barbecue pork, especially the, what is it called? Gyeongyong. How do you say it? Gyeongyong. The green onion ginger pesto is one of my favorite condiments. If I could eat it every day on my rice, that's what I would eat with my rice. Well, we just tried to get rice rolls for the finale, and it was an hour wait. Why was it so busy?
Well, because takeout, you know, a lot of people demand. Of course, you know, obviously it's very good. You can see a lot of, you know, the community of Asian that lives around here, and they would buy it.
But we're gonna finish with this.
We discovered this in LA. Haiti, I get the grape one. You see at the bottom, they hand peel grapes and chop them up.
So there's no
It's
skin.
all original natural flavors like blended grapes and stuff.
Wow, how much it costs? Must be labor intensive just for that.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
It's very good. It's like so hydrating. I think you'll like it.
I like the freshness. I like the naturalness. But where is the purple? Is it grape juice?
Skin of the
that's
grape.
Huh? Skin of. Oh, so they did not waste anything. You're so smart. They use the grape to blend it and strain into water. Okay, that's a smart drink. It's not just good. No waste. I love it.
Thanks for watching. Maybe we should do other cuisines that
Yeah.
we're less familiar with.
Why not? I think we should.
Mexican, Japanese. Outro.
Ooh, what is it? Subscribe if you like it. Press the button. You know what button I'm talking about. Don't press my button.